So it is, I believe, if I remember correctly from our last session, morning in the town of Crenshaw. Yes.
We'll go with it.
All right. And the sun burns hot above you, but down on the ground it feels strangely cold. You guys don't know if that's just the psychological kind of element of where you are setting in, or whether or not it's just kind of a, what's the word? Climatic quirk of this area. But either way, you are in this completely abandoned town, abandoned besides, of course, yourself, and the Sisterhood, nope, the Covenant of Mercy. It was going to be the Sisterhood for a while, and then I realized I wanted some male characters to be in it, so now it's the Covenant of Mercy.
Well, the Covenant of Mercy is the one that's in Astaria. The Disciples of Mercy are the ones that travel.
Yeah, Covenant of Mercy, yeah, I mean, potato.
Wow, DM, fake fan.
Okay, that's like saying the Boy Scout Squadron is here, and then you're like, no, the Boy Scouts are actually the bigger organization. This one is, this is specifically one squad. They're the ones that go somewhere. Like, come on.
Then why, when you introduce them, did you specifically make a point to say that they're separate?
Because it's like the same organization.
Alright.
It don't mean that they're not doing the same shit.
You could be like, yep, these are Girl Scouts, and yep, this is the Girl Scout troop, and it still means the same thing. Like, straight, pretty much.
Yeah.
I thought this is more like, this is the House of Representatives while this is the Senate. Okay.
Like, same broad, they're all under the same circus tent.
These are potatoes, while these are specifically mashed potatoes.
Oh. Anyway. So, yeah, this town is desolate for all but you and the Disciples of Mercy. Listen, it's been 5 weeks, I don't fucking remember. But, they have kind of set up their little war room, almost, in one of the abandoned houses, where they've got a big map of the town spread out over the table.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just kind of, like, milling about themselves, like, and talking amongst themselves.
Can we
Where
see
are
a
you up
map?
to? Like, you can... If
No.
you walk into the house, you can look at it. Yeah.
Alright.
You're asking, like, from outside, no.
Alright, gang, let's walk into that house.
I'm James. Alrighty, let's get going.
He was carrying Jared.
Oh, he was, okay.
Oh, you have the lead boots.
Oh, I have
in
lead
here.
boots on, remember?
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah,
Oh, you
remember
actually
that.
got lead boots?
Incredibly unbalanced.
It was, like, normal boots, so they, like...
The lovely boots that I poorly filled with lead so Jared could walk.
Nah, no.
It's
Let's not ever untie those motherfuckers, and you float
I
away
sleep
into
in
the
these.
I feel like you should have, like, a ground anchor just in case.
Yeah,
But also,
like a counterweight.
But also, it'd be funny if you just floated away.
It'd be really funny if
And
that's how...
that's how we
your
lost our
character
first character.
Yeah.
No, I actually, it's the time of, like, you know, the big bad shows up, and Jared just, like, smacks into the side of the tower and just, like, guys! I'm alive! I had to eat a hawk in midair, but I'm here!
Both your ankles get sliced off. And
Oh,
you just
no.
float up.
Yeah. Like, fucking tortures, cut Jared's feet off. He's like, oh, you fools! This thing floats away!
Tortures.
Wait, you know how, like, on, like, surfboards and wakeboards, they have the little thing that you attach to your... Yeah, we should do that.
Mhm.
Like, both shoes should have a little anklet thing.
Little bungee tether.
Yep.
This is my favorite character trait.
Anyway.
Anyway, I guess let's go into that house, boys.
Alright, so you're walking in.
It's
Yeah.
not, what he does is not walking.
Moonwalk.
Yeah, yeah. Jared kind of bounds into the house. So their leader, Rosemary, is kind of standing at the head of the table, and she's almost debriefing the group, or like a small group of them. Some others are kind of milling about the house, and ones you see wandering about is Sophia.
I want to walk over to the debriefing... Oh, Jesus.
One more time.
I want to walk over to the group that's being debriefed about the situation
Okay.
by Rosemary.
So Rosemary kind of like looks up and like,
Don't you mean look down?
what was that?
Don't you mean looks down?
Oh fuck yeah, I guess so. She kind of like looks down, like considers like should you be there for a second, but doesn't seem too concerned, so she just kind of goes back to her speech. And pretty much what you pick up is like, there were no like what's the word, correspondences out of the town that would indicate what happened here. There's no like trace of any of the missing people. Like, it does not appear there's any sort of robbery. Like, everything is still in everybody's houses. So, it doesn't appear like the village was ransacked or anything. There's no real signs of struggle. It's just like, it's up and gone.
Does it look like there's items in the streets when I was walking in? If, like, say someone was carrying like a basket of eggs, if they vanished,
No.
the egg fell. No.
It does not appear to be that way.
Are there like, how long has this town been abandoned?
If I recall correctly from what I said like 5 weeks ago, I'm fairly certain it's been a couple days.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I
So-
did not write that much down.
Were there like any Oh yeah, would like
It was
footprints?
between a week and a couple days.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
So would like there be like any like wagon, you know,
Ruts?
yeah, like any like signs of travel departure from town?
Like you're checking like from since.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so you wander out of the house and you're kind of looking around. The only kind of wagon ruts and like footsteps that you can accurately judge are from recent or your own and that of the
Okay.
Disciples of Mercy. Anyone else looking for something?
Is there like a church in this town?
There is, yeah.
I'm gonna head on over to the church.
What's it a church of?
Hold up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Maddie,
Yes?
can I like go around the houses to see if they're like locked or whatnot? If they're like, if are all the houses locked or are all the most of the houses unlocked, as if people are like living inside?
Alright, so, hold up.
Wait, you lock your house when you're inside of it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
You don't lock your
I
house
see.
when you're inside.
I'm sorry.
He likes to live on the edge.
I'm sorry. The phrasing of that sentence made it imply that like the doors are unlocked because people are living there, and I was very confused.
Yeah, the main temple in town is to Cerasis, who, as you know, is
Oh,
a
yeah.
life, agriculture, spring kind of domain.
Wow, she's
course.
the Persephone of here.
We
Yep,
all
essentially.
knew that.
There's also another and kind of like smaller temple. It seems more like a local shrine to
It's
Tolonar.
to Octolog.
It's Actalog. And he's there, and he's like, here, and he hands you a brochure about Actalog. From Tolinor, which is deity of more nature, like weather, animals, kind of.
Does he hand me a brochure as well?
Nope. Nope, there's no one there. Anyway. Yeah, there's also in town there's a couple of restaurants. There is a when I say restaurant, I mean like medieval kind of setting restaurants. I guess more of a tavern, but you know. There's a library.
Fine Sicilian.
Book?
Book.
Book?
What have I done?
Why have you put a curse upon us?
Sorry.
You go into the library, all the books are gone.
Oh yeah, all the books died too, sorry.
What if there's signs of thievery?
Yeah. And then,
How did you get here before we? How did you three get here before us, the group, did?
There's also a couple shops, like what you'd expect from this kind of area, like general store,
Oh, is there like
supplies.
magic shop? The store that has magical items?
Absolutely not. You're in the boondocks.
Oh right, I forgot where
you're
the
in the
shit.
place
hole.
that hates magic.
I know. I'm.
Is there a cobbler
So,
store?
What's going on?
A what?
A cobbler store?
Yeah.
That's where
Maybe
you,
something like
that's
that.
where you get your.
Are
It'd
there
probably be
cobblers.
like a kind of combination like cobbler tailor.
Okay. Is there any lead boots in those stores?
Why would they carry that? I have to. Why?
Why
if you
not?
can justify it to me well enough, then yes, there is.
It
Tell me
happens.
why they would have it.
It happens all the time in this part of the world where you just drink a random potion that you find and start floating.
It fucking happens all the time.
Wait, so
one quarter of the
Someone hand me
population
potato
has
chips.
that.
Go on.
It's
I mean,
an
there's not
unfortunate
many left.
condition that if
if
you or your family member has been affected by this condition,
Maddie, so the society's view of magic is like negative, but what about like
Generally.
alchemy and herbalism?
They're regarded with less suspicion because it's seen as more of like a
natural.
yeah.
Okay.
I think
God
isn't
love-
alchemy just like liquid magic?
It is, but it's not as widely understood, so there's less of like an intense prejudice against it.
It's
Uh-huh.
more of a.
You gotta see like the difference in like optics between a dude shooting fire out of his hands and a dude like creating a liquid that will catch on fire if you throw it to the ground. Like it's like one of them seems more reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can stop the fire by just not chucking the thing, but the guy that can shoot fire out of his hands, he can just do that.
Cut off his
I can do that
hands.
shit easy. That's nothing.
Or you tell me you can't.
So what's going on in that sweet church?
Which one? Tolinar or
The
Cerasis?
Cerasis, the big one. Big one.
So you're just like heading over there?
Mhm.
Okay. It's not like an incredibly impressive church. Like, it's not like the bigger cathedrals you might see in larger cities.
Mhm.
And it's not like the church back in Humboldt where, like, of course, all worship is essentially to Cerasus. And it's like a big deal. This is more of like a, literally just think like a humble little backwoods church.
Okay.
It's got a rows of pews and with a thin layer of dust on them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a couple holy books. Nothing quite as comprehensive as the Bible, but you know, there's like still holy texts.
How big is the town of Crenshaw?
It's small.
Okay.
It's a
Compared to
rural town.
Humboldt, how big is it?
Humboldt's a big city.
Yeah,
Crenshaw's a
it's-
small town. There's very different.
This is one of those towns where you know everybody there.
Yeah, essentially.
So that's why you would leave your door unlocked, because you trust them.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're going around
Fair
checking
enough.
doors are unlocked.
Actually,
Yeah, they're all unlocked.
Okay.
Every front
Was there
door.
anything like suspicious that looked in that church, or
Not really.
can I go to a small church and check the same thing?
Yeah, sure.
Can I find Sophia?
Oh yes, you can. She's milling about in the house. But real quick, you were asking me if there's any like suspicious. You don't see anything directly suspicious in the either, but you see in the shrine to Talinor, there are there's like a box, like there's some kind of crate. Looks like it was maybe being moved, and it's filled with these like tightly rolled scrolls.
how
They look kind of aged.
Scroll?
how big?
Stay back.
Oh
This is
my
my
God.
this is my gig.
What?
How big's the crate? Can a person
It's
fit in
like
there?
oh boy, you know those plastic crates they have? Just think plastic crate. The first thing that pops to mind. You know what I'm referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a small little tub in like a teacher's room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that kind of size.
Okay. So it's like,
This is not translating to an audio medium, my friend.
yeah, you're right. I just kind of waved vaguely at a small plastic crate.
I'm
in
gonna
this
take
room.
one of those scrolls. Like, what does it say on it?
Okay. So are you opening it up?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you'd recognize this as Helga, but it seems like it's kind of been preserved.
Okay.
Like it's been carefully cleaned, and it looks kind of old, and it is in a language you do not recognize, but it's got an illustration of what appears to be human bones.
Hmm.
Let's get in on this shit.
And very nice.
Mm.
Is there a map with an X that marks some sort of
Are you going
spot?
through all those scrolls?
Yeah. I go through the first few.
Okay. Yeah. You don't see a map, at least not like immediately, but a couple of them are just pure text with no illustrations. There's a couple that like have like pictures of like children, like a bunch of children standing in line and holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really appear to be a diagram as much as just like an illustration.
Yeah.
There's that. There's another one with human bones. There's another one with what appears to be a dead horse.
Very nice.
You know,
The normal stuff.
like decor. And then there's another one that is a picture of the moon.
Which one?
Sex Moon 5?
Oh shit! Yeah, for others, 2 moons. Oh god.
It's wait, what's it actually called? Or what's it?
It's Colossus.
Colossus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No. I mean,
yeah,
it's Sex
Sex
Moon
Moon
5.
5. Yeah.
Be a real scientist, Jared. It's Colossus.
Thank you.
Yeah.
At least
okay.
I got one person
Wow.
in my corner here.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
So
I'm
Sex
sorry.
Moon
I didn't
5.
know you were a sucker.
I didn't know you were lame. I'm a party scientist.
Otherwise known as discredited.
The moon pictured is
Not all of us can afford our medical licenses.
Yeah, the moon pictured is Colossus.
So Sex Moon 5.
Yeah. So Sex Moon 5.
I'm gonna slam your head against the table so many times that when I'm done, your mother will not recognize you.
Sexy. That's how I want to die.
Fair.
Alright. Sophia, would you like to walk with me? Just talk.
What about?
Just the town, the problem.
Yeah, sure. Damn, it give me the creeps.
Yes.
Gives me. Sorry.
I
Alright.
Can we start walking towards the library?
Cause like, should I like? This feels like a weird angle to talk. Do you want me to like pick you up or something?
You think that would be not be weird?
Little
I don't
baby.
know. I just.
Tenderly,
I
little
don't know, like
baby
Madonna and child.
I mean like just like maybe like whole. I don't know.
Just look straight forward and imagine I'm right by your side.
All right.
Because I am. It's just I am short.
You know, you're like, you know that meme that was going around for a while, like how to talk to short people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong. Correct.
All right. Yeah. She's
Hey,
like, well,
Norman. I
Alright.
wanna explore the rest of this town. That's not what I sound like.
You know how like,
Sure.
you know how,
There's a
like,
horse loose in a hospital. There we go.
Okay.
you know how
That's your phrase to get your accent back?
Yeah.
you know in
Horse
the
loose
you
in
know
the
in like
horse.
shopping carts, right? How they have like the main
Yes!
cart and then the little baby seat in the front.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we should get that from
Penelope to
Penelope.
stand on that. Where are you leaving Jam Jar? Is he just tied up with the disciples' horses at the front?
Oh, I just sit on Jam Jar and walk.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
No, she's-
Crevin's tied up with the horses.
Crevin. Good old Crevin.
Crevin.
I love Crevin.
Crevin is the
So-
best character.
More like
besides
Crenshaw.
Crevenshaw. You can technically rename this town like that. Yeah, so Sophia, as she's walking, she's like, damn, like, I know I'm kind of stating the obvious here, but this place creeps me out.
Yes, it does. And when I walk in, when I walked into town, I felt like there was something underneath it, like something magical.
How do you meet, like,
Just
and she kind of like stops, and she like every time she like touches the ground as if she's like feeling for vibrations. Like, what do you mean?
it is cold, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Shouldn't it be warmed by sun?
But it's winter.
Oh shit, is
Yeah.
it?
What season
It's
is it?
harvest season.
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
it's
just
fall.
in
Yeah, bud.
Humboldt.
It's getting chillier, but it shouldn't be this cold yet.
Yes.
But so she's like, yeah, I guess it is pretty cold. I didn't really think of that.
Yeah, well, I feel like it is like unnatural source underneath the ground that is cooling it.
That
Because
sounds about
I
right.
feel like there is. I wouldn't say I felt like a structure was under there, but that is like the thing that comes to mind.
No, I know what you mean. I don't. God, this is gonna sound weird, but is it cool if I just talk with you?
Yes.
This feels. I don't know. I don't know if this is. I feel like there's something wrong with this town. Oh my god, I'm sorry, this sounds stupid. I know this sounds so obvious, but there's just. I don't know if this is like an out. We're looking for the hand of God, and she kind of does big, like, air quotes. She's like, we're all looking for that, but I don't know if this is like an outside source. This feels like. I don't know, it's stupid, never mind.
Like it's localized, like it is specific to the town.
Like, I get. Once again, I don't know. And she kind of like waves it off. She's like, but, God, you know what really creeps me out? Everybody just, well, not everybody, it's just you, but just be quiet for just a second. And she just kind of like looks around as like neither of you say anything. And she's like, what do you hear?
Do I hear anything?
Nothing at all.
Like looking over, do I see people but not hear them?
Well, I mean, like, you've walked far enough from the house where the disciples were holed up that like you can't really hear them anymore.
Vaguely you can hear,
Wow.
like vaguely you can just see Jared and Norman having a very animated conversation about something.
No, it's not that things are muffled. It's just it's just dead air. It's like there's no birds. Did you notice that?
Yes, but there was a dead horse earlier on the road.
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
that's the only animal that I have seen.
I don't know. It's. Oh,
That is good point.
I don't know. I just want to get out of here. I don't like this at all. I was trying to get Rosemary to just let us leave, but she's like, no, this may be important to the mission. Ugh. Well, I don't know.
She sounds stuck up.
You're
But I-
not. Yeah, I was gonna say you're not here,
Yeah,
so that's.
I'm not. I'm saying this out of character.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Norman and Jared, what are you up to?
So,
Jared's putting all his willpower into remaining on the ground.
Yep. So, why don't we go take a walk or something? Bad audio there, friend. Yeah, let's go take a walk. There's a church down there. Maybe.
Speaking of which, Norman has not been looking very well lately. Like when has she ever? But at the same time, like you can tell with like the kind of like hacking, coughing and stuff. There's something there. Like you can see like kind of like blue veins like standing out a bit like more distinctly on her face. She just looks pale. She does not look well.
Yeah, maybe we can go walk down to the church or something. We can.
Also in town, there's an apothecary.
Or like the library or something. I feel like maybe going somewhere right now would be a really good idea.
A library sounds
you probably
nice.
saw me walking to the library as well.
Oh yeah. Or maybe we can catch up to Penelope.
Where's Helga?
I don't No. Went British there.
Helga, are you still leafing through those scrolls? What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at your bird. What's he doing?
I forgot about your bird. Yeah, he seems like he doesn't have like obvious emotional signs, seeing as he has a beak, but he does seem like a little skeeved out by this place probably. He has probably also picked up on the complete absence of anything around.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take the scroll with bones on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna...
Oh, but like once again, the crate's like small enough that you could carry the whole thing with no problem.
Oh, okay. Then I'll actually just pick up the
Making sure you know.
pick up the crate,
Okay.
and just like kind of carry it to my compatriots in town.
All right.
Yeah, so do you catch up with us, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
I meet them in town, I hope.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Maddie, can I do a medicine check to see like what's wrong with my body real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I? What the fuck
You know
is
how
this
Norman
shit
does.
check? I
yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh shit, dude. Oh, okay.
feel
You
like
wanna
I should
roll as
also.
well?
Yeah, I feel like I should also just figure out what the fuck is up again.
Mhm.
Well, that's a foot. Wait,
Oh.
that's an 8, gamers.
Oh well, you know what? That's basically a nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, Norman. I don't think you can like name a specific malady, but like it's just like
You've got the fuck shit disease.
whatever's been the problem thus far is progressing. Like you just feel like weird, like your circulation maybe doesn't feel as good. You just feel like cold a lot more, but something's up.
It's like I'm dying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So wow.
No.
So I watch them. I approach the group as they're
Okay.
looking at Jared
So just everyone.
or looking at Norman.
Howdy.
As everybody in this
Hello.
town stands in a circle staring at Norman.
Oh.
I flick up my own eye to stare at myself.
Yeah. Fucked up visual.
Good
Okay.
imagery, thank you.
So
I don't actually do that, by the way.
y'all just gazing at Norman.
Yeah.
Or,
I'm in the library. I don't know if Sophia continued following me.
oh yeah, I think she'd come with you. I mean, like, not much. Are you just riding your llama through the library?
Yes.
Disgusting.
Okay. So when I say library, I don't really mean like a big public library, like of the kind that Humboldt has. This is like, you ever been in one of those little small towns where you have quote unquote museums, where it's just like a
Couple
little
shelves.
house that's
Mhm.
dedicated to the subject? That's kind of what we're talking. Like, it's like the town's library, but it's not really extensive.
So that there's like some pictures and then like maybe 2 shelves with a couple books on them.
Yeah. There's a dictionary that seems to be for like Nalamesian to another language.
Oh, like a French to English dictionary, except for neither of those languages exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, like a translation dictionary. And
And what's it? Wait, so it's Nalamesian to what?
yeah, 1 second. Let me double check the name of the language.
Nalamesian 2. Nalamesian 2!
It's called Darien. Derrian.
Say that again.
Darien.
D.
Erian. Big E.
Sounds like it's
Fantastic.
invented by someone named Darius.
Baby's my favorite letter.
All right, I take
Baby
it.
is my favorite letter in the alphabet.
Okay, yeah, and a couple other tomes here seem to be about the history of the town.
I
You
just
know, like,
wanna
As a little
skim-
local library probably would be.
I want to just kind of skim through
A lot
those.
of cookbooks.
A lot of cookbooks.
Ooh. Family recipes
Origin?
handed down.
I want to skim through the
grandmother.
histories of the thing and see if there's any history of magic or maybe some torn out pages and like during the magic era, something like that.
Well, actually, interesting you ask because the first book in the set seems to be missing.
Can I look through the years of the second and see like?
Yeah, so the third and most recent book seems to start about 20 years ago, and shoved into the back of the book there's in the back of the book there's a decent amount of blank pages and also a bunch of handwritten notes shoved in there, so this seems like an ongoing history of the town. Right, like it's meant to be. Once again, this isn't like a big public library ordeal. Seems like someone's project of passion to just chronicle this stuff.
Okay.
And then The one before that seems to cover about, you'd guess, 30 to 40 years. And it's kind of about like, a lot of it's kind of like endearingly menial stuff, if that makes sense.
Does it look like it's all done by the same person, or is this like multiple people?
It's clearly multiple people, but like it kind of keeps the same tone. Where it talks about like new buildings being built and like general like waves of like population trends, but it's also like once again kind of like endearingly personal. It's almost like reading somebody's journal about the town. There's stuff like notable figures, or like John's niece had her first dance recital today, kind of stuff. Where it's like it's a small town, and so like the reason that there's so much to chronicle here is because like a lot of the personal stuff is kind of gone into.
Yeah, it's like little things.
Looking at like word choice and like tone throughout the novel, throughout the history, can I like kind of pinpoint the amount of people who have added to this?
Yeah, it does kind of look like a communal effort. Like there will be like certain pages where it's like a like somebody's like describing like a big feast they had, and then the next page is an entry that's somebody's recipe of the thing they brought to the feast, where it's like there seems to be like some general like authors who like have written multiple like who write most of it, where it's like the actual like description of the comings and goings and history of the town. But
in one of the margins you see like little kid drawing, you know, like someone's kid got their hands on it, a little small drawing of a cat or something.
yeah, it's an adorable twist. So yeah.
This is their version of putting your drawing on the refrigerator.
Yeah. And so it's like a very kind of personal history, and but there do seem to be a couple more like what's the word, consistent writers.
Any mentions of like empty houses, people that the town doesn't like, people that have been like banished?
There is actually a description of something like that in the middle of the book.
This is the second issue?
Yes.
Right.
The first is one that was missing. In the middle, there is, pressed between the pages, what appears to be a like, I guess flyer would be the best word, from a funeral service. You know how they will give you like little almost brochures at funeral services that say like, these are the hymns we're gonna sing and this is what's gonna go. It's kind of like that, and it is for 5 names.
Oh, a program.
Yeah. Program. Yeah. Thank you. So it's a disappearance of 5 people.
Oh, it's for disappearance.
Yes. Well, I mean, like, it's a funeral, like, flyer, but, like, a program. But it appears that, like...
There ain't no bodies in there.
Or no bodies. It's, like, more of a symbolic funeral. And it's for the Morris family, who consists of Merrill Morris and Abram Morris, and their 3 young daughters, Tesca, Mika, and Lily.
I'm sure they were more missed.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tesca,
really
Mika, and...
Lily.
Lily, thank you.
The 4th hidden of Eris child, Cheryl.
And Cheryl.
And is that in descending age?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Is this going to be relevant to the story later on, I wonder?
No, I'm just telling you just cause.
You're not gonna need that.
I'm not gonna need that shit,
No.
come on.
Are the cookbooks on stuff that's like homely dishes, like heavy things that you would eat with your family at like Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like molecular gastronomy. It's mostly like, this is down home village kind of. Yeah.
Wait, is Sophia just like looking at you reading a bunch of books, or is she like reading the books with you?
I'm like...
Sophia's also like skimming stuff.
Yeah.
And I think once you look at like the funeral program, she like takes the book from you, because you like move on to the cookbooks. And she's kind of looking for it, and she's like, huh. Maybe this might be relevant. And she's
I know, I thought it might be as well. Also,
Yeah,
first edition is missing, and that is during magical era.
Yeah, that's And so she's like kind of like looking around to just like make sure that nobody like pulled it out. Yeah, so she's like looking through the one that you just put down, and she's like, yeah, this is really weird. And she's also kind of looking for the first like chronicle, I guess, but to no avail. Like she's kind of looking at it as like maybe it got kicked under a bookshelf by accident. Maybe somebody like took it out and put it on a table and didn't put it away. But she doesn't seem to find anything. And the first thing she says is, well, if it talked about magic a lot, they might have gotten rid of it.
That's what I was thinking, because they would be ashamed if they had a history deeply rooted in magic.
And she's like, God, I sure hope that's not what happened. This could be this could be indispensable. And then she puts down, she like opens up the one that you were just looking at on a table. She's like, the Morris family, and she's kind of like scanning it and reading. It's like, says that just up and vanished one day, never found. They assumed that eaten by wolves as she gets to the end of the entry. It's like, but nothing ever found.
Can I look through the chronicle and like look for specific mentions of like the Morris family, anything about them, like them at festivals?
Oh, you absolutely can. So, just to hammer the point home, those cute little margin drawings done by somebody's kid, there's a little note that said they were by one Lily Morris. And,
she's the problem child.
No! Make a note if you so wish. There's, a couple, what's the word? Recipes that have been contributed by Abram Morris, who seemed to be kind of an avid foodsman. There's a biscuit recipe. It's like just kind of down home biscuits.
Shitty hardtack. That's what it's called.
You mix the yeast and the flour and the salt and the water and the sugar, and you put it in the microwave.
Wait a
30
minute.
seconds. Now,
Brownie in a mug.
you put the brownie mug.
You're done.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of recipes for mug brownies.
Some real Gordon Ramsay shit right here. I'm loving it.
And also, there's a couple recipes that have been contributed by Abram Morris for like various baked goods. There's Merrill Morris's down home country stew, which appears to consist mainly of meat. But you know, it's like
What
liquid
kind
is
of
also
meat?
meat.
What kind of meat?
Cow.
All right.
Human.
Oh,
Duck.
yeah, there we go.
You did it. You solved the mystery.
Halfling.
Oh shit!
No.
My kind of woman.
Various mentions of the Morris family throughout the book are like kind of like exactly what you'd expect from any other family in this town. It mentions the previous generation of Morrises, kind of like
Oh, I love that singer.
why he sucks.
It was
As an
a
artist.
Oh, as an artist, he was good. Anyway, yeah, I mean, just like I don't want.
I know he's racist.
No,
and it's
I don't
bad.
want any uncritical audio of you saying, "Wow, I love Morrissey" out there floating on the internet because that could ruin you.
I'm
Let's
cutting
unfair.
everything out and
Okay,
just
perfect.
leaving that in.
No.
Episode
So,
11.
William gets cancelled.
Yeah, so this is your editor Nick speaking. Yeah, we're
We fired Will from the podcast
due
because
to-
he was a little racist.
due to
no,
racist,
no,
tweets that
don't do
resurfaced
William.
from 2009. We're cutting William from the podcast.
Any of my dialogue in the previous episodes just been like bleeped over.
Yeah.
No, it's just a bishop saying like cupcake over it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Anyway, just so you can cut all that bullshit out. What was I saying before that? Oh yeah. So all the mentions of the Morris family are kind of like exactly what you'd expect of like the chronicles of a family in this town. There's some like talk of the previous generations of the Morris family. Like there's like once again just like nothing really catches your eye in any meaningful way. There's a little note in there at one point about like those Morris girls, you know, they appear to be like, it's like exactly what you'd expect once again from like a trio of young siblings. Just kind of.
So in the
It's very
drawings, there are no like mentions of like a girl like shooting water out of her hands or anything.
No,
like
nothing
that.
like that.
Lame.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Hey, not all
or
of us.
prophetic.
No idea what that means.
Prophetic?
You don't know what
Prophecy?
prophets are?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just I'm really bad at hearing things.
So Sophia's like, huh, well.
So I take the dictionary. I take one of the more.
I see.
Awesome. Go on.
I take one of the more like detailed a cookbook in which the dishes sound good. I take one of them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you
Like
might
one
wanna-
cookbook or one?
just
recipe?
no, just one cookbook.
Okay. Anything else? Or-
No, I leave.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's also a couple of atlases of the surrounding area.
Hmm.
And a bunch of trade logs with like, what did we ship to Humboldt this year? Blah blah. You know.
What were the more recent things?
Oh, and the trade logs.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, like typical kind of.
Anything that left, like, around the disappearance that maybe they left and they were on the way to Humboldt?
Yeah, there's
Maybe
a
they
shipment
made
of
it there?
hazelnuts that went out like just like mere days before, and from like what it looks like, it seems like the person who left to deliver them is probably still on their journey.
Okay. Did we see anybody delivering hazelnuts along the way?
I don't think anyone specifically stood out to you, but you weren't looking for them, so you don't know.
Is the person who went on the hazelnut shipment, like, were they from the town?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Just need to make sure.
No, they're a wandering hazelnut salesman,
Can I...
buying and selling hazelnuts wherever possible.
Looking in the atlases, any cave entrances, any mention of anything underground?
Actually, it does mention out in the hills there are some like it's kind of like one of those like cautionary things, like don't let your kids play out here because there's like dens, like wild animals, and like
Let your kids play in the mines.
essentially, yeah,
Hasn't cleared the vampire den.
dens.
I'll take the atlas that mentions that.
Okay, yeah. There's like there are mentions of like holes.
Wow, I love that book.
Yeah. But at the same time, like if you know there's dangerous tunnels somewhere, people aren't going to be like chomping at the bit to explore them. So there's not like a lot of detail there. But, what's Helga up to?
So
We're
Helga
with-
just met up with my
These
main
fools.
jabronis, Norman and Jared.
Yeah.
After they were, inspecting Norman because
Oh, bad.
Norman.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Sorry, I'll let you keep going a second. Now that their debriefing is over, some of the members of the Disciples of Mercy are kind of going like house to house and just like searching the premises and such.
Okay. Also, oh yeah, Maddie, can you tell me when, like, a month passed?
From the beginning of the.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Or,
So
Hello.
ominous.
So, yeah, I just came from that church over there.
Oh yeah, what's
And,
in the box?
Well, there's a whole bunch of scrolls, and none of which I can read.
Let me
yeah.
get on that. I'm gonna open up one of the scrolls.
yeah, I'm gonna look at it. Too.
It disintegrates.
Yeah, you accidentally tear it in half, and then you accidentally tear it again and again until this is a bunch of small shards, and then you accidentally swallow all of them.
Oh.
And then you fall into a fire.
So I open the scroll
I think we just covered what happened.
and I read it.
That's Evan's joy. Just
Beautiful.
individual media.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, so I open the scroll.
Okay.
Can I read it?
No, you can.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
I have comprehend languages.
Wait,
Oh,
Maddie,
shit,
can
so you
I
do.
read it?
Doesn't
No.
look like it's prepared to me, boyo.
Just take a quick nap.
I mean, to be fair, I probably would.
I mean,
I don't use sleep, so.
Well, no. In all honesty, I think a wizard
I mean, like, if
preparing
you don't
it,
have it prepared currently, then like
even though
you
think
just wait till next longer round.
think of
Yeah,
it like
it's just
this.
like-
All right, preparing a wizard spell is looking at the book and memorizing how to do it.
Yeah.
He has his wizard book on him right now.
Mhm.
He can pull it out, look at how to do it, and
I
cast it.
yeah,
I'll buy it. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna.
I'll say it'll take you a little bit, but you can.
He cast it as a ritual.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it.
This one is one of the ones with a picture of like a skeleton. at the
Okay.
bottom.
I cast it.
Oh, and I forgot to mention the drawing seems a little more rudimentary.
Oh, so just
Mhm.
like shitty drawing of skull, not.
It looks
As in,
once again,
like-
it looks old.
As in like very old. Like the
Mhm.
art has.
As in, like, 3rd edition Anatomies of the World.
Yeah. Exactly.
What does it say? What does the scroll say?
Oh shit, you're okay. Sure, you're doing the ritual. Okay. Well, I get my shit in order. Tell me what the ritual looks like.
It mostly consists of Jared just like sitting there on the ground. I don't think he can like properly sit, so it's just kind of like this awkward hover, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Cause this whole,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You're
he-
floating.
yeah,
Oh shit, yeah. I
So-
think it actually looks a little cool though.
yeah. He's
Like,
like,
if someone weren't in the know about what your particular
Well
problem
done.
is, they think that you were just
Well,
that,
and it is a
lost
ritual.
in the magical
It is a
sauce.
ritual? What? Oh, okay.
yeah. So I'm just like holding it and levitating like an inch off the ground, and just like I can read what this says.
Your eyes glow.
You have to run your hand along the page.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
read,
a cool
read
fucking
this.
visual. I feel like it's like a normal, like, plain, like, This is what I'm gonna say. It's like
I mean, I have glasses, so
no,
you
this
can't
is
see my eyes if
this
they're
is
glowing or
this
not.
is what I'm doing for this spell. This is how I like this working. It's like a normal flat page, but if you run your fingers along it, you can feel braille on it. Like this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
And as a magic user, you know how to interpret that.
Yeah. It's magical braille.
Okay.
It's the braille that speaks to your soul.
Braille of the mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
that
do you
sounds like
feel
my
about
kind of
this?
I'm touching the intent.
This dude just kind of like vaguely floating and like fucking around with this ancient scroll. What do you feel?
One, I know how the floating happened. So you know,
That's fine.
I find it's a lot less, oh.
Jared's floating? What is this?
Well, this is new to me. It's not like I threatened to drop him into the
This
sky.
guy fucked up, but yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. It's just like he's just learning how to read a
Yeah.
different language. I mean, it's not like crazy.
Yeah.
I think Helga's pretty chill with this.
Jared just like tenderly stroking the pages.
Oh.
Don't say it
Horrendous,
like that,
alright.
please.
I feel like Helga's more uncomfortable with your just demeanor than she is about the magic.
I love the
Completely
fact
fair.
that you think you can read a page like this.
Yeah, up and down.
It's like the is I-A in A.
It's-
Weird. What?
Evan, who
it's
knows?
like-
It might be like Asian script where it's written from top to bottom.
No, I'm like,
It's like when you're doing that thing with like you put like a piece of crayon on like a weird surface and you just like scribble over it and then look at the full picture. It's like that.
yeah.
So after a couple minutes of hovering and intent concentration upon this scroll, you can feel like the words start to kind of take shape under your fingers, and it's weird. It's like these little white hot pinpricks that you can feel. But so even with comprehend languages, it takes you a second or two to kind of parse it, because you can it almost feels antiquated somehow, like the writing of it. You can tell this is an old thing. But the words which you can make out go something like, "We have come from the ground, and to the ground we shall return. Modernity is the crutch that holds us above the dirt, but it requires sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice." And those three words are like stretched across the scroll, like almost like a border. And then the next verse starts and it says, "That which does not kill may find rest, but that which sleeps may find fury upon the coming of the dawn. Be wary of that which you ignore." And then there's a little picture of a human skeleton.
I would like to point out that with comprehend languages, you only get the literal meaning.
That's what it says.
Yeah, okay.
Like, that's like the literal words. It's not. Yeah.
I'm not, like, what?
Well, no, I'm just saying, just so you know.
Oh, I mean, like, how would that
No,
affect
once again, like,
something?
yeah, those aren't the vibes you get. That is the words which are on the page.
Yeah.
So is it like Google
Can
Translate?
you repeat
essentially?
that just
Well,
so I
no,
can
so
write
you
it
can't,
down
like,
real
get...
quick?
Are you
figures
reading
of
it aloud?
speech.
I am reading it aloud.
Okay.
In that case, hold up.
This is gonna take a
Just
hot-
like
Just
message
send it
it
to
to
Discord.
me. Yeah, just like message to me, and then I can
even
read it
Yeah,
out
and then you'll
loud.
read it aloud. Okay, sounds good.
Oh wait, Henry, I found
And
you
give the
said
man
read it
another
aloud.
excuse to pull his phone out. No, it's
disgusting.
Discord is not loading for me.
pathetic.
Oh, that's because I have it blocked on my home Wi-Fi.
Just for you.
Just for me.
Oh boy.
Because my mom works for the district.
God, I realize it's gonna be
I don't know,
sound
Wi-Fi
funny
is
in your
blocked.
character voice. Alright.
It will, and you have to live with that.
Okay. Ooh. That's right, it's in all caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I'm about.
Shout it. Shout it.
We have come from the ground, to the ground we shall return. Modernity is the crutch that holds us above the dirt, but it requires sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. That which does not kill may find rest, but that which sleeps may find fury upon the coming of the dawn. Be wary of that which you ignore.
What does sarcastic Jared sound like?
Oh, I don't know what that could possibly sound like.
Terrifying.
Thank you.
Righteous.
Anyway, that's the,
So that's what you read.
yeah.
And
How was it?
Okay, so Norman is just going to applaud.
Thank you.
and now that you're like kind of like up close and personal with this document, you can see there's a little hole at the top, and it looks like it might have been nailed to something at some point.
Looks like this might have been hung up somewhere. Can I help you?
Can you message that to me real quick, just like right now?
I'll do it. I'll send it
Okay.
if you want.
Do you guys want to find Penelope? Because maybe she can help figure this out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, she's with where is she again?
I don't know.
Didn't
She have, like,
head to
fine-
the library?
I don't know.
Love
I
videotape
didn't.
it.
I didn't hear.
I'm
Sure, let's go to the library.
You know, I mean, library has books. We all love books.
Yeah.
Penelope loves books. We should probably go there real quick.
You are right there, buddy. You seem a little ill.
Never been better. Can I roll a
I
deception?
mean, it's not like Norman's ever been great.
Yeah.
Can I roll a deception check real quick?
Like, are you sincerely trying to make him think you feel great?
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel
Roll
like
insight
yeah.
with advantage.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 2.
Okay, and I
You're gonna have
get
to do pretty bad here, my dude.
That one.
wait, insight.
You have to beat 2. So
I feel
don't
like-
worry.
I feel
That's
like
an 18 plus 4.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
you don't really have to worry about the.
Yeah.
The
No, see, look at
modifier
her.
too
She's like,
much.
she never been better. You're like, all right.
Yeah. Whatever you say there, pal.
I also like mind the whole emoji, like the whole thumbs up thing, like.
Well, if that's what helps you get through the day.
You know how Norman does.
Yeah.
All right.
Why are you doing this, Maddie?
Doing what? I'm cleaning my laptop.
Yeah.
I'll be careful from this moment forward.
Can I start walking back from the library with
This is a grody
Sophia?
laptop. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think Sophia's just following you.
All right.
Do we meet up on the way there?
Yo, Nick, you're writing that in all caps, aren't you?
No.
God, then you missed the aesthetic of it. Oh well. So, what was that?
Do we meet up on the way there, kind of?
Yeah, you can just meet up in the road if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys are kind of like all congregated in the main street that goes down the center of town.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Not saying hello to me.
No, not to you. You don't exist.
Yeah, that's why I say not saying hello to me.
Hello. Hello.
All right. Hello, Jared. Hello, Helga.
Oh.
What is
Hello.
that you have in your hand?
I'm holding the scrolls.
Yes, but the crate is.
Oh. Right,
I
yeah.
found this in the church.
There are 2. Which one?
The smaller one. I forgot which
Talonor.
god. Talonor.
Talonor.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was Telnor. Okay.
And I can't read them, but Jared helped me out,
I
and
just-
it sounded like some weird prophecy, and there's some things under the ground or something like that.
Yes, there is something under the ground.
Yeah, it's
Sophia looks kind of skis down. She's like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, Sophia. I think you met me at the tower. What is that?" And she looks at the scroll in your hand.
Oh, this
What does it say?
are you making me read this off a third time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We have come from the ground. To the ground we shall return. Modernity is the crutch that holds us above the dirt. But it requires sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice.
3 sacrifices.
3 of them. That which does not kill may find rest, but that which sleeps may find fury upon the coming of the dawn. Be wary of that which you ignore.
Can you send that to me?
No.
I'll
Yeah.
do it.
Okay, hold up. I got you.
Wait.
Now I got on copy paste.
No, I got you.
I have already sent it.
Damn.
Maybe we should go check the houses to see if the beds are disturbed or not. To see if they were
Yeah, you guys wanna
asleep
go
when
through
it
the houses?
happens.
The Disciples of Mercy are already doing that.
I mean,
They
they're
aren't
not
investigating
necessarily
the beds.
relaying their information to you.
That's fair.
There's a couple jackasses that happen to be in the same place.
Well, I hope that if we give our information, I hope that if we give our information to Rosemary, she will give us her information.
Sophia's like, yeah, man, she's not a bad person. I imagine she will.
Well, I'd hope she's not a bad person. She follows the deity of home, hearth, family, all things lovely and warm.
Cantail ain't exactly all about I don't know how to explain it. That's what I thought when I went. No, you can't be really okay. So Cantail is all about love and light and stuff, but it's more about togetherness, if that makes sense. Unity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like-
Is it like a
That's why-
hive mind?
No.
That's a weird way to put it, but working towards a common goal, if that makes sense. It's all about.
Ants?
Yeah,
Ants
Norman
do
like
that.
ants. It's actually that's not an awful way to put it. It's about being part of the colony. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about being a smaller part of a greater whole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's also love and stuff. So
Yeah. So
Guess
it's
I'm
like
not good.
ants, but good.
Ants, but good.
Ants love each other.
Ants love each other.
I mean, my ants certainly do.
Oh,
You
I
have
forgot.
ants?
I forgot that Jared was canonically raised by 2 ants. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, aunts. Okay.
Yeah, he was raised in a colony of real big ants. That's why he's like that. That's an ant accent right there.
Yep.
No wonder I have not heard it before.
Ooh. No, this is a high Astarian accent.
Actually, that is kind of funny. He does have like a. Despite having grown up in the slums, he just inexplicably has a high Astarian accent.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as a fake, an imposter.
Imposter.
Wait, for who?
Looks like someone's lying.
About what?
Does this scroll look dated to about where the first edition would have
It
been
does
published?
look like it would have been like maybe the early days of the first edition if you're going by how long the second edition was.
So are you looking through like the records there? Who? You, Penelope.
So I'm
Like-
out of the library.
No, I mean like, but before, like.
I think what he's
Yeah,
asking.
what were you looking
Had you
at in
been-
the library?
Well, I was looking at books, and there was 3 volumes. There should have been 3 volumes of the town's history, but only the last 2 were there.
And so
Could you-
Sophia chimes in. She's like, "We think they might have destroyed it because it talked about magic."
Yes.
Did you see any references of like some form of sacrifice? Like,
No, that would have been in the first edition. The second was more like the mundane lives, kind of like, oh, there was a feast today, and this is what I brought. Here's the recipe, and oh, look, there's little doodles that a child put in the little margins.
It was very endearing.
Yes, it was nice.
so are we taking this like the sacrifice part as in like there are supposed to be 3 sacrifices, or is this just like, you know, flavor text?
Or maybe it's a lot of sacrifices. Like, maybe that's what happened to this town. Like, they didn't sacrifice enough, and
What?
Well-
was there any 3 of anything in the logs that was of any significance?
What do you mean?
Like, was there like 3 things in the log, or like 3 people in the log that was like grouped together and sort of significant?
No.
No. Okay.
Tell us about the children real quick, because there are 3 of them.
There was a family that went missing, including the parents. They had 3 girls.
oh,
It
This
was...
is real depressing. You could see like there's like one of the kids like her doodles are in the book, and then it just talks about how she just disappeared without a trace. I don't know. That's whiplash.
yeah.
This
it's
is the
just-
funeral flyer. When was the funeral?
Funeral. Let me check.
She like pulls up
Oh,
like a
yeah, just, like,
laptop
pulls
with all
out
the
the book.
recorded
Yeah,
information.
no, I think she took the book with her. The second.
Well, no, I did, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you guys both have it. She's like,
We cut it in half, and it's shared between our inventory.
You have
Yeah.
this,
Oh,
you
no.
each have every other page.
He's yeah, no. Well, well, there's a bit more to our theory. It's about this time of year.
Hmm.
It doesn't mention when the disappearance specifically happened, but if the date of the funeral is anything to go by, then yeah, it's about night just like tonight.
How far in
Whoa.
between their disappearance and when the journal stops?
Oh, it's about like I think like midway through it.
Okay, which is like
You'd guess it was probably about like 30 to 40-ish years ago that this happened.
Oh.
It's been a long time.
And the town's only been gone for at most like a couple weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it talks about like modernity, as in,
Modernity.
if I'm reading words right, as in being modern.
Yeah, like modernity is like more like the general like concept of like a modern way of living and thinking, like a departure from the old ways.
How, like, is this town like more rudimentary or less or like more
I mean,
modern
like,
than other towns, or is
It's
it?
quaint, but I wouldn't describe it as rudimentary or like old, or like antiquated.
It all
like,
seems to
it's
have like the same.
level of advancement as other towns.
Okay.
Like it's like
It's just small.
it's developed. It's just small. Yeah, it's just rural.
Can I pull out this
Yeah.
potion, my
Please
potion
stop
of
me.
danger sense?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
it glowing?
It's yeah, actually, it's
Like,
not like
faintly or brightly?
it's just it's like faint but constant glow.
Hmm.
How literal are we taking the 3 sacrifice things.
I'd say that means that there need to be actual like blood sacrifices. Maybe just like lamb or cow, but sacrifice.
I'm not taking it very literally. I'm just assuming a lot of sacrifices. For example, a whole town.
No, I'd say that would be punishment of not
Oh,
sacrifice.
yes.
Because looking to second line, the ground we shall return, and like be wary of that which you ignore. So they ignore sacrifice. Punishment is their return to ground.
How old is this town?
Do we know?
Judging from the chronicles, the most recent one had was like maybe halfway through the book, as it stood, and was covered about 20 years. The one previous covered about 40 years. So that's 60 right from the get-go. And then if the chronicle previous had chronicled the same amount of time as the second, then you'd guess about a century.
Okay.
It's an old town.
So at least a century.
Okay.
Maybe do you think that
Never
like
grew a huge amount, but it's from here.
some people knew about like this prophecy or whatever, and the family went missing as a sacrifice?
I mean, it must have. I mean, if you have enough to write a scroll about it. Hey, wait. Okay,
Yes.
out of character here. You've got that journal, right?
Which
Between or dictionary between language and language.
I was about to check.
Yeah,
against
yeah, I was
another
about to
one of
be
the
like-
scrolls, but you don't know that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that
Also,
obviously.
Maddie, can I make a quick Arcana check to see if there's like anything magical about the scrolls real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Here you go.
May I have one of the scrolls? The other one with the skeleton.
Okay, so
With
22.
nothing.
Alright. There were 2 with skeletons.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
You haven't gone through all of them yet, though.
Oh,
There's
okay.
at least probably 10,
I
15 scrolls
mean,
in there.
here's a crate. You could just rifle around through there.
What, Maddie? I got a 22 on my Arcana check.
You find
That's
nothing.
quite the Arcana check. Yeah, you don't think they have any inherent magic to them.
Okay.
Maybe the processes and stuff they describe are magical, but there's no, like, they're not
Okay.
enchanted, if that's what you're asking.
I find the other one that also has pictures of bones on it.
Okay, so are you just, like, going through and opening them all?
Yeah.
There's at
I
least
carefully...
3 or 4 you find with pictures of bones.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of compare them to the scroll that I'm holding to see if, like,
Yeah,
the way the text looks the same. Like, even though I can't read it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
well, it doesn't look like it's the same words necessarily, but definitely the same like aesthetic considerations.
Okay.
Could I hypothetically pick out some of the words are the same, even if I don't know what they like?
Oh, I mean, just
mean?
recognizing shapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple ones you can see.
Comprehend languages last for a while, right?
I think it only lasts for like no. It should
No,
last for
actually,
like an
I would
hour
still
or
be able to
something.
read some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Can I pull out my dictionary and see if I can like find words?
Okay.
Because I can.
yeah, and if
Yeah.
not, I
Okay.
can
So you
read them.
going through the dictionary, like same language, you can tell it would take you quite a while to translate.
So
this.
Jared's just over here like,
Yeah.
Sophia, like she's like looking over and she's like, this looks like it's gonna be tedious, but if you leave this with Rosemary, she might be able to get a couple people on translating them.
hold up, I'm gonna touch it.
Yeah.
All right, which one? Okay,
I-
so actually,
yeah.
let me. Okay.
I can hypothetically read all of these. Like, I mean, we're
Then-
assuming Jared can read at the same speed I can, so.
No, except you're touching it. You have to like touch
And?
super fast.
I'd like to assume
You can only read one page every minute with comprehend languages.
Alright, well, I can
Hold on.
read about, like, 59 of those. So, I could hypothetically get through all of these scrolls.
Can I look through the dictionary to find grammar rules and like maybe idioms, figures of speech, stuff like that?
Oh yeah,
so we
totally.
can-
Yeah. Just a second. Let me finish some of them first.
But yeah, I can read all of these scrolls, so I'm gonna.
Hey, guys, maybe we should look around the houses to see if there's any other like texts or things that has the same language as these scrolls.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll be here reading them and.
I'll be here writing down your
Yeah.
translations.
Do you want to actually? Maybe we should go to like. Is there like a town hall? Like,
Just like a
cities?
city kind of center, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we can
Maybe
go.
that's like a big.
You would know. You and Sophia would know from reading through the books that it's often used for like dances.
That's a big important building.
Yeah,
So
how
maybe
about we
should
split the
Wilton?
party?
Well, they'll just stay here reading.
Guys,
Oh, there's a clock tower in the center of the town, and as you guys are
Digital
talking,
zombie.
it has like with these big ringing strikes. It strikes 9.
you two translate that, and while Helga and I will go out and investigate some more about this city.
Right.
I'd like to make a medicine check on you.
Just like, I guess send us all
Penelope
the
says
scrolls,
out
maybe.
loud.
I guess just send us all the scrolls if you don't want me to read 15 of these out loud in character voice.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, nice die.
Thank
It's, I love the colors.
you. 23. Good
Maddie.
medicine check.
Maddie,
For
for how healthy is Norman?
No, I'm checking like heart rate, blood pressure versus my previous written down statistics of Norman.
blood pressure, you don't know there's a huge difference. Heartbeat, like, slower.
Are you like actively like approaching Norman doing all these checks?
No, I'm like,
Actively
would I be able to
approaching him.
look you over for a
I
second?
do.
Sure.
Right. This is obviously how doctors work.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm a doctor.
You are not.
Penelope is the only legally doctor out of all
I
of
know,
us.
but that doesn't mean I'm not a doctor.
I will send the list
You may
of
be
scrolls to
Nick,
the
Nick,
board.
uh,
Check.
You may be
the
somebody
thing from the
who
scroll
can
real quick that you wrote
help
down.
others with their method.
Skeleton. Skeleton.
Yeah, well, it's like the illustrations on each.
Oh, I was like, this is some dope ass
This is my beat poetry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm gonna read this beautiful set of poetry. Skeleton, skeleton, skeleton. Children joining hands. Dead horse. Weeping family holding child. No illustration. No illustration. No illustration. No illustration. Horse skull. Colossus picture. Solarian picture. Hand holding dagger aloft in front of the sun.
What does the dagger look like?
It looks
Thank
kind
you.
of stylized.
Thank you for coming
you're not-
to my slam poetry.
You see the Flamberge?
A what?
Wavy.
Well, no, just say the word again. I didn't get it.
Flamberge.
Okay, now explain it.
Yeah, it's like wavy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little like that. But you can't tell if that's meant to be literal or if it's just kind of a stylistic thing.
Does it resemble at all the dagger that I possess from the temple?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so let's
And once again, this is one of those things where you don't know if it's meant to represent a specific dagger or just the general concept of
Okay.
daggers.
Oh,
well,
but
to
as we
let's go
said,
down
I
to the
can't
town
read all
hall.
of these scrolls,
Yeah,
so I
maybe
go
we
to
should
yeah,
like
but you're
just
on
step,
to-
like
which one do you
go
wanna go
go
for
through
first?
some houses first and see
I
if
guess
there's
the
like
other-
anyone sleeping in like
skeleton.
Uh,
I'm just going
the
through
beds
these in
before
order,
they
so
disappear.
Yeah, okay.
Wait,
sounds
real quick.
good.
Also, Jared, you who are getting up and like close and personal with these, once again, you realize that each of them has a like a hole in the top and some have another hole in the bottom, as if they were all nailed to something.
okay.
Which one are you looking at?
Just the next one.
The
Like,
next skeleton one.
yeah, I
Mark.
guess so.
Martin Luther be like.
Oh,
Oh yeah. So which one of you guys were gonna search through the?
Chang and I, or sorry, Norman
Mhm.
and I, because I am in fact Helga. We're gonna go on down to the town hall, and like as we pass like houses, we're just gonna like pop our heads in, see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. So you can see disciples of mercy
Okay.
kind of rummaging through houses, just kind of like looking in drawers and such.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to be like. Well, actually, I don't even know if they're looking in drawers. They don't seem to be like looking too closely. They just seem to be looking for like signs of any kind of struggle. But are you guys going inside the houses at all?
Yeah, we like go in there, check the thing out.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for like how well made are the beds and do they look like someone like slept in there and just suddenly disappeared?
None of the beds are made. They all look like they have been disturbed.
Like someone sleeping in there and then just suddenly disappeared.
No, not like that. Like as if somebody stood up and got out of the bed. Like think of your bed in the morning before you do anything to it.
Flashback to 5 minutes earlier. You see the disciples of mercy.
Yeah. No, you see the disciples of mercy like pulling out little candles on plates and pulling on nightgowns. It's like
They're
put on their Ebenezer
pillow
Scrooge
fights.
ass
Yeah,
caps.
pillow fights. Yeah.
Yeah. Precisely.
Okay, and this occurs in every single house. They did that in every single house.
Yeah.
They're a
Okay.
thorough bunch, Chang.
send me those scrolls. Yeah, I just don't want to take like 10 minutes and read them all out loud because that's a whole 15 things, and that's a lot.
So the houses just
Sounds
seem
like
like
tower talk.
they seem like they were lived in, left, but there's like no like a violent disturbance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's cooking on down in the town hall?
So you guys just like busting in there and seeing what's up?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for any like language or like letters or words or symbols that look similar to the scrolls that we got.
There is actually a big like it's not a banner and it's not a tapestry. It's like it's inlaid into the wall. There's a big word of some sort that's like carved over the door.
Is it sacrifice?
It's not sacrifice.
Does it look like it was like, this was like a nice looking thing, or like some lad just went through and like anarchy?
Graffitied, yeah.
Oh no, this is absolutely intentional. This is
Okay.
like it looks like
Engraved.
it's nice, yeah. But you guys looking closely at it?
Sure, yeah.
So it looks like there's a couple like little hooks next to it that each have a shred of fabric on it. And what you could deduce happened there is that there was a banner hanging over this word that was torn off.
Ooh.
So it was kind of like maybe like a taboo word.
Like to cover it
Something
up?
like that.
Or,
Well, we can get
I'd
that.
like to do an Arcana check on that to see if there's like anything magical about it.
I mean, you
Yeah,
could
sure.
probably get that dictionary from Penelope and like look up what the
okay,
word
so
is.
11 plus 7
Like hell they can.
is
This is
18.
my dictionary.
What's that?
My book.
11
Fair
plus 7
precious.
equals 18.
Yeah, you don't notice anything
Okay.
explicitly Arcana about this. It just looks like there's a piece of fabric hung up in front of it that has since been torn away.
Okay.
Um,
Can I like how old
and
is
this
the fabric?
This is on the big front door.
Mm-hmm.
How old does the fabric look?
It looks like this cannot have been like. It's new. It's fresh.
Okay. It's like it's been recent.
Whatever happened here recently.
Okay.
So let's go in. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. What's doing inside?
Hold up, sorry. So, I don't think that, once again, I don't think that they would have necessarily summarized the entire, contents of those, like, town chronicles to you, but, this place isn't necessarily, like, when you say city hall, it's not the head of government necessarily as much as it's, like, a communal place. There's, a couple big tables that look like they could be, like, moved to the side to kind of create, like, a dance hall.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big like stage with a podium at the front. You can tell this is like more of like an event center.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like in the ground like it's like kind of like a nicely decorated place. It's like a lot less it's a lot more intricate than other places you've seen around town.
Mhm.
In the center of the floor, there's like this big like circle engraved, and it's like you got a paper I can draw it on. Also, describe it aloud. Is a cool picture here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Describe it aloud as I do it. So it's a circle, and then there's a line bisecting it. And there's like two others.
I hope you don't mind
I
if I
fucked
just
up.
like look at this.
Huh, this is a shat pencil. I'm sorry, Migliori.
No, it's one of those shitty ones with very thin lead.
Yeah, meet in the center. Two kind of plus symbols on either side, and then the lines kind of extend out across the floor. So it's like
Okay.
Oh, draw that out so we can like put it in the episode
Oh, yeah,
description maybe.
no problem. But and it's just this kind of like just honestly kind of looks like decoration. Like
Okay.
you don't know if it has any real meaning because like the rest of the thing is also kind of the rest of the room is also marked up in a similar way where it's just like
Yeah. Okay.
it's not plain.
Are there any like I don't know, like some form of like storage? Like, is there like other doors leading to
Yeah.
separate rooms?
Or,
Just, like-
or like
Yeah, there's a closet that appears to be full of like janitorial supplies as well as
Okay.
like tables and chairs that can be pulled out and like
Okay.
for events and such.
Okay. Is there
Go
anything?
downs.
Is there anything like a passage or like a staircase or like a doorway that leads to like a basement?
Everyone roll investigation. I guess you're just like, no, you're not there.
Oh,
We're
I'm sorry, you said
transmitting-
everyone?
Yeah, sorry, I should have.
So-
If you're just like, maybe someone was paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
Nat 1 on my investigation.
That 20 on my investigation.
Oh my god, dude!
Powerful.
The duality of man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Helga, she's looking around, she actually slams her head into a pillar and falls flat. She's like, oh god, I can't see. No, but, Norman, you find both a kind of almost a trap door in the back left corner, as well as, in an attic. Sometimes they'll have those things where you pull it down and the ladder slides down, you can climb up the ladder.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you find both of those.
Helga.
So it's one above and one below.
Yeah.
Yes.
Helga,
It's also
I found 2 trapdoors. One that seems to be leading to an attic of some sort, and then one that leads to a basement of some sort.
You climb into the attic. You see a trapdoor above you. You open it up. You come out the basement one.
Yeah. So do you want to Ow, my head hurt. Do you want to go up the attic real quick? See what's up there.
Yeah. Okay.
So we climb.
Okay.
up the
We
attic.
go up to
I'm
the
gonna,
attic.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay. Attic.
Yeah.
You
So,
die.
Yeah.
Rock
Sorry.
wall.
She
yeah,
has
sorry.
danger
Helga
sense.
dies.
It
That's
feels
it.
bad. I do in fact have danger sense. I would like the record to show.
Helga die.
Apparently.
Helga die.
Okay, yeah. So what's
You
up
know-
there?
Okay, so you like slide down the what's it called?
Ladder.
Yeah, I forgot the word ladder.
Happens
And
to
you
all of us.
ascend, and so it's pretty dark. Are you lighting a torch or anything?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, I have dark
Right.
vision. I
Yeah.
don't need a torch.
You can just climb up after. but,
Not all of us are bastards.
Hey, I've got dark
You're like
vision
moving
too.
this flickering torch
Not all
around.
of us are bastards.
I think that nice. While you're looking around, you see like a what's the word? Like a skylight kind of
Okay.
embedded in the ceiling,
Yeah.
and you can like pull the drapes almost off of that, and that puts some light in here. But it is dusty. Like it's clear no one's been up here in quite a while.
Sneeze.
Norman's coughing almost more than Norman usually coughs.
In that direction.
And there's you don't have to
In
keep
that
doing
direction.
it. I got the idea. Please, oh shit.
In that
Um,
direction. In that direction.
Record pointed at Nick in a very humorous way.
Please stop
So,
coughing on me.
There's like
This is Nick saying this.
there's thick cobwebs
Okay.
stretched from the ceiling to the floor, and it's once again clear that not much maintenance happens up here.
Any
There's
giant
some-
fantasy spiders
One
to
of
kill.
them reads
yeah.
some pig.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck off, William.
Some pig.
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I hate you.
some of the stuff piled
Thank
up
you.
seems like more of what was downstairs in the janitorial closet, where it's like just for the general maintenance and utility of a dance hall.
Okay.
But you also see a big locked chest.
Alright, I'm gonna chest like big padlock style.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Are you going to
yeah.
Helga von Bar the boot desk?
Is there a key anywhere around that I can notice?
No. Yeah, I mean, you don't see one just lying
Okay.
around.
I pull out my trusty warhammer
Fuck yeah, dude.
and I pull out my trusty war pick.
Alright.
I set the so you know like how like there's a lock, right? And it has like the
You
big
just
lock.
can try to bust the lock
There's
off.
like the big like the loop.
loop.
I'm gonna set the thing of the like the front of the war pick in between those two.
Okay.
Take my warhammer and go bam like on
Oh,
top.
sure.
Okay, okay.
Roll strength.
Uh,
It's a low DC.
Here's my dice.
It'd be very funny. if you
What do you want from me, Chang?
Helga?
That's gonna be a fat 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, that motherfucker flies
Yeah,
off.
Helga, what happened to not stealing from people?
There's literally nobody here.
Mm.
Like everybody's gone. I mean, the town has disappeared, and we're pretty sure there's some sort of sacrifice. And none of this is good.
There's nobody here, and in that. You can steal if they're not there.
What
Yeah,
say you?
I pop open that chest.
Yeah, so the lock just flies off and kind of like ricochets off the ground.
Hell yeah.
Narrowly misses hitting Norman in the face and killing her instantly.
Very good. I like for Norman to live life on the edge.
Yeah, so you just crack it open?
Yeah.
Norman existing is living life on the edge.
Schrodinger's Norman.
Yeah.
It's
So,
Schrodinger's feckin' and that will never change.
Yeah, so it kind of creaks as you open it up, and there's like a big cloud of dust kind of like goes up in your face, and you do the thing where you like cough a little and wave your hand in front of your face.
Cough, cough. Oh.
Yeah. But inside you see what appears to be some kind of rich fabrics folded up.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna
They're the 1% of fabrics.
bring out those fabrics. Dust those bad boys off.
Okay, so you're pulling out the fabric, and it's like this just like this like kind of like very nicely woven like tapestry
Okay.
of some sort. Like it doesn't depict anything particular, but it's like this big like, geometric kind of looking tapestry.
I'm gonna,
Does it
Wait,
have like
and at
similar
the center, what?
I feel like I'm not picturing this correctly.
What do you mean?
Like, it doesn't...
Just like fucking geometric ass patterns.
So think shapes.
You know, patterns.
You know those
Yeah,
geometric
I'm sorry you
noise?
said tapestry and my brain just kind of broke.
Yeah, fair.
Repeating shapes.
Wow, like a
And
fractal.
in the center,
No, like a pattern.
in the center, there is a big
Oh.
image of the sun.
Okay.
Right, just kind of a stylized sun.
Oh,
And as you pull the whole fabric out, you hear like the kind of clatter of stuff like falling out of it into the chest, and there is a knife.
Is it
I don't know if you.
a wavy
Is
knife?
that it?
It is not wavy, but
Okay.
it's like just this kind of
Is
Does
the
it have-
knife just like it? Is there anything else?
No, I was gonna keep going.
Okay.
You can't interrupt God, Shane.
You interrupted God.
Mormons be
Oh,
like,
I asked about the knife.
no, we're going.
I was asking for an explanation of the knife, not is there more.
Mm-hmm.
Does the knife have like any is there anything special about it?
It does not appear special in any
Okay.
meaningful way.
Is there like
What else
any
do I pull up?
characters? Is there like any like special like the language characters?
There's a skull of a horse in there. What was
Okay,
that?
sometimes.
Is it
It looks
like
old and
you
kind
know,
of.
you know the language on the scrolls and the like thing inscribed in the town hall? Is that on there?
Oh, you don't see anything with text in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna pocket the knife real quick.
Yeah, totally. But
It's not
Skeezy
stealing
It's not
because there's
stealing.
nobody
is there like
around.
is there like blood?
oh no, there's no
No?
blood.
Okay.
Is it clean?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's dusty. If that counts.
Steals a blade from a corpse and steals from a town.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you
They're
still have the
really
leg bone,
important
don't you?
object.
Yeah.
The femur. Oh, you do still have the
I
femur.
know,
I do still have the
Your
femur.
clobbering
Ugh.
femur. But,
I'm
Ugh.
gonna shatter it over your pathetic head, Jared.
We'll get it back for you.
Please.
oh,
Okay, so what
shadows
is
remind me something. Oh,
yeah?
Go on.
So knife and a horse head.
horse
Oh, yeah.
skull.
Knife
Or-
in the horse
Okay.
skull. It's in
Anything
there.
special about the horse skull?
If you shake it around, it like rattles a little.
There's dice in there, boys.
Those are dice. Yeah.
Um,
There's a d20.
Do you want to pop this bad boy open?
Wait, what was
no,
it again?
No, just shake it out of the
It
eyes.
sounds like there's something in the cranium when you shake it around.
Just shake it out of the eyes, bro.
You just, yeah,
Yeah,
you,
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
shake
do
it
that.
out of
That's
the
no
eyes.
problem. Yeah.
It's like the guitar, like getting a pick out of the guitar.
Yeah.
Helga, I might come back and humble to you were no stranger to the gambling scene.
All about the gambling.
You recognize this as a knuckle bone.
Okay.
Oh, are they like the fate kind?
What?
Or no, not like the system. Like
Yeah.
that you cast them for premonitions.
Oh yeah, or you can use them for dice games. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
knuckle bone.
Okay, so
You do not recognize what kind of knuckle bone. It's pretty small.
Okay.
People.
Halfling child.
No.
Halfling child. so they're-
Halfling, comma, child.
A halfling
Oh.
child's knuckle bone would be non-existent. It would be so small. It would be on that atomic level.
They're just like
Yeah, halflings are
They don't
born
have
in the
bones.
atomic state.
halfling children
They're
don't
actually-
actually
that's why there's
have
so many-
bones.
I like to think that halflings hatch from eggs.
I mean,
And
you're
since I like to
God,
think
so
it's
that's
canon.
true. Yeah.
Okay,
Right,
okay,
I
and
like
also
that.
also
Yeah.
with their children is called hatchlings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then you can have a halfling hatchling.
Egg boy.
Egg girl.
Egg boy.
Egg girl. Okay.
Egg girl.
Anyway.
Egg girl.
God, that's
I feel
not
like
half
this is
it.
like
in
a
this
Egg girl Allen
in this
Poe.
universe, dwarves are created by carving them.
I'm
They're
all
not
about
born;
that.
they are
Oh,
carved.
that's hot. That's
Okay,
like,
so
I have so
fucking-
much fun dwarf lore that I
I'm
hope we
gonna-
get to at some point,
I'm
and
gonna
it's
ta-
pronounced that way.
Yeah, we can.
Dwarf.
Okay,
Dwarf
so
egg
I'm gonna
boys
bring
somewhere in this universe.
If we're talking, let one of us talk at once. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the tapestry down
Mhm.
to the main hall. Just kind of like spread it out.
Anyone taking the skull or the knuckle bone or anything?
Yes.
Wait,
I'll
so
take the
the-
knuckle bone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Not
is
the
that
skull?
it? Is
Yeah,
that,
that's
okay.
all that was in the chest.
I mean, it's
Can I,
a whole,
like-
it's a giant horse.
Can I
skull.
Put
do
it
like
on
an
your head
Arcana
like a
check on all
hat.
three of these?
Duh.
What was that?
Can I do an Arcana check
Yeah,
on
go
all
ham.
three of these?
Are you holding a femur around it?
Not 20.
There's something up
I'm
with.
kind of protecting
How?
it.
That's our third nat 20 of the fucking session, dude.
And I don't
This is
think
the
he's gotten
exact
like any natural ones through the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Yeah.
This is the exact same
There's
D20
something,
I used in
there's
every
some-
other, like...
There is
bar.
something up with that horse skull. You cannot define exactly what, but there's something there.
Alright. Oh, so I'm gonna spread out the
Are you
tapestry.
taking
Like a hat.
What?
Are you taking it with you?
Yeah?
Sweet.
I'm spreading out the tapestry. Does it look like the corners are torn away? As if
No.
okay, so they're not
Wait,
attached.
ah.
They were not previously attached to the front.
No, different.
Helga has the knife, knuckle bones, and the tapestry, right?
The tapestry's now on the floor.
Okay. Okay.
Norman
I
is
have
wearing
Norman
a
has
skull
control.
like a hat.
Oh shit! You put the tapestry on the floor.
Yeah.
The corners of the tapestry line up pretty well with the circle. It looks about the right size. You know the circle on the floor.
Yeah.
Wait, like
Wait,
wait. Show me the image.
The square is inscribed in the circle.
Okay. Oh, so like the tapestry is like.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't tell if it's like exact, but it's like it fits. Like it's the right size at least to fit the circle.
We need a history buff.
Oh, I'm a history
Well,
buff.
that's
I
me,
think I might actually be good at
actually.
history,
Well, that's
Yeah, no.
but I'm also an idiot.
I have a +7 to history. So
Dang,
I
I've got a
this.
+5, so
I do
it
not
looks
know
like
what
you
that
beat
means,
my
but okay,
ass.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Mourn for the children who have died, but rejoice for those who have been saved. Mourn for your lost youth and for your lost generations. Stay wary and keep your eyes to the dirt. The earth swallows that which disobeys it. You really have to 14 more of these and Jared.
Yeah.
Alright, so what I am getting at is children are sacrificed,
Hell yeah.
probably randomly chosen by family,
Love it.
which I imagine happened to the Morrises, except all 3 were sacrificed for some reason.
Maybe they didn't give up their child, so then the
So
whole
sacrificed
family
all of them.
disappeared.
You aren't there.
Yes, this
This
is
is-
only Jared and Penelope.
This is Nick giving secret messages.
We'll
Who's
get
Nick?
lost, metagamer.
Get lost, nerd! Okay.
Alright, so how many children were in this town? Ooh, maybe there's a town directory in the library.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you did find, their chronicle.
Yeah, in the
Well,
recent
Matt-
history, how many children were mentioned?
Wait, what?
Go ahead with Chang
I,
first.
Oh, like childbirth rates are normal.
No, like, how many are
were
there?
mentioned? How many were in the town during the time of the disappearance? Like estimate.
Like that's not like a specific stat they have, but it doesn't say anything else about like. There's nothing mentioned about any abnormalities in child
No,
levels.
no. I'm
so-
just saying, like reading through it, like getting names of children. About how many names did I read
Oh,
that
jeez.
were associated with children?
I don't know if I have a specific number for
Oh,
you.
No,
my
I'm
but-
just asking for an estimate.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Man,
There were
5?
probably like around 300 people living in the village at the time, and probably around 50 of them were children.
Cool.
God, Jared
Oh.
has just gone British
Eh,
this
50
episode,
to
and that's
75.
Okay, my
Yeah.
my nat 20 Arcana check was that on the skull?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can I do it on the rest of the
I'm
objects?
not. Where's James from Pokemon?
Oh, I assumed it was more general on all the objects.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But, oh yeah, in that case, yeah, you also notice some like vague fuzzy energies from the tapestry, but nothing like.
Okay, so
Yeah.
only the tapestry and the skull reacted, but the knuckle bones and the knife didn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
So so this is all looking fairly culty to Helga,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say Helga's knowledge of cults is probably mostly like bedtime stories from old Gramps.
Yeah.
So
What was your grandfather's name? Like, see.
his name was Brook.
So you can
No, I
summon-
mean,
so
I'm sorry. What did you
Wait,
call
is that-
him?
I called him
Pop Pop.
I called him like Big Bear.
Is that your
Oh, yeah.
grandfather on your mother's side or your father's side?
I actually didn't determine this, so I'm gonna say let's roll dice.
I got you, Chief.
I
Roll my
actually-
good dice.
I have dice in my hands.
Here
right
you go. Here you go.
Let's do
Here you
that.
go. Here you go.
Odds for
Wait,
moms.
is that your cock dice?
Oh, those are my
Odds
cock
for
dice.
moms? No, it was my dad's.
All right.
Imagine not having your family tree.
Excuse me, Jared never knew his parents,
Guys,
so it's not like he can.
Let me write my
But
family
also-
tree
I mean,
for
you
you
can
guys
also-
real quick.
So
Guys, Evan, look at Norman's family tree real
So
quick.
I'm gonna say
Oh.
that. So this is all looking fairly culty, right? So
Yeah.
maybe it's like, how do cults summon whatever dark demons they're culting
hear-
about? They're putting weird mystical objects on circles in weird rooms. You're not here,
No, hold up,
Jared.
hold up.
This is metagaming.
One of the bedtime stories you heard was 3 idiots who attempted to fight Actalog and ended up triggering over to his side.
Yeah.
Wait, one of those idiots died and
Yeah,
came
one of
back
those
as a
idiots
ghost.
did die and come back as a ghost.
And then 2 of those idiots still live.
Yeah, they're alive.
Was there a phantom involved?
No, one of them turned into a phantom.
Yeah.
Wait. Man,
No, I lost my train of thought.
can I roll a history check on the circle? thing?
Cults.
Like see if
Oh,
there's
yeah.
anything
Mystical
I can,
objects.
know about the circle.
Shang!
Oh yeah. What were you
It's
saying?
dying here.
Okay, so this is my line of
Yeah.
thought. So I'm gonna pop back up there, get that weird ass horse skull.
Okay.
I got the
Oh,
knuckle. back.
Norman's holding the horse.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take the knuckle or the horse skull from you.
Oh,
or
why?
I'm saying like come back down here.
Norman's
I was
standing
already
next
down.
to you.
Oh, okay, you're standing next to me? Go.
Yeah.
Alright, so maybe if we put, I don't know, these 3 objects that we found in the chest, you know, the knife, this tiny knuckle bone, and the horse skull.
The knuckle bones.
Wait,
and the
knuckle
knife?
bone or knuckle bones?
Oh, yeah,
Is
knuckle
there one or
bones.
more than one?
One.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So the knuckle bone and the knife aren't magical. Only the skull and the tapestry is.
Okay, well, put the tapestry in the center, like where the whole thing crosses.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And-
Maddie, I'm gonna go roll that good history check right now.
Okay.
Cultist friends
On the
doing
sword
their
thing.
cultist
See if I recognize it. So that's a 14.
You got no recognition.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, so Norma puts the skull in the center of the tapestry, in the middle of the floor that lines up with the weird markings.
And the sun's in
Okay.
there too.
And there's the sun.
Yes. Yeah.
We say, oh, wow. Does anything happen?
What the heck
Do
are
we-
you doing,
do we-
Helga?
Maybe if you could read that word on the wall, it might do something.
Do we
Or
hear
not.
Get after
this?
metagamer.
Okay, loser. I love you. I'm sorry. That was mean.
Do we hear this? Is it like?
You guys are like separate
Yeah,
blocks
we're, like,
away.
separate
We're in a
blocks.
building.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I
we
was
just,
wondering
like-
if the town hall was next to us.
No, we can hear the
we
fuck
walked.
shit. We can, we can just
Um,
like smell the bullshit.
So, okay, well that didn't work. Wanna just like go downstairs?
Will that work? Will it just leave?
I feel like we
Let's
should
do
take the
that.
tapestry and skull real quick.
I mean, I'm not carrying a tapestry around.
It is big.
Okay, let's take the skull at least.
I'm not carrying a skull around.
Well, you're.
I am.
Okay, good for you. Yeah, so we're heading down into that basement.
All right. So this one, it's like it's not locked or anything, but it takes you like quite a like a real heave ho to open the big heavy door, and then
Okay.
it's a staircase down.
Alright.
Better light a torch or some shit. You're gonna get
I already
horror movie
have.
killed.
A torch.
Yes.
I
I'll bring my lit torch from previously.
Dude, this torch is lit.
Alright.
it!
Yeah, we're going down to that funky basement.
Okay. So take me down the funky basement.
Take
Take me down to the paradise basement where the grass isn't and the girls are horses.
Take me down to the paradise basement where the grass isn't and the girls aren't.
We need a spray bottle for when you.
Hey, damn. Okay. So yeah, I imagine you're holding your torch aloft.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. It's not dank down here, but it is dark. It's just dry and
Oh,
dark
yeah.
and dusty. But
That's my life.
So is it damp?
No, then that would
I
make it
just
dank.
clarified it wasn't.
Okay.
Dank and damp are synonyms. Genius.
I said it's dry and dusty.
Oh, I thought dank was just like a word to say someone's high off weed.
No.
You dangus. Alright.
Alright.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, is
So,
there like a lot
um,
of dust in here as well?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Shane.
Dude, I just said it was dusty.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Wait,
How did this
Holy
happen?
fuck, Shane.
Sorry.
I'm gonna kill
It's
myself.
alright, bud.
Hold up.
This basement is dry and
That's
dusty. Is it
me.
moist in here?
Oh.
No, it's dry.
That's one of the.
Is it covered in a lot of dust?
Oh. I was like. I was so
I need
worried
someone
for a
else down
minute
here,
there.
please.
I'm sorry,
He's
guys.
some other fucking person in
This.
this hole.
You might want to read it aloud.
Yeah.
Audio.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
So
just.
this, he's holding currently one with no illustration.
Yeah.
Smaller text.
It isn't becoming of you to act like this. I hate this just as much as you do, but that doesn't make it any less necessary. If I could spare you even a second of this, friend, I would. But the fact is that it's either him or the rest of us. If it were Katie, you'd expect me to do the same in a second. And as much as it pained me, I would. I love you. You need to believe that I love you. Please, hold on to that. But my love doesn't change necessity. I know it's brutal, but what other options do we have?
No hole on that one.
There's not a
It's
hole.
probably not filled anything.
Someone just sounds like.
That
Something.
sounds
Is there-
personal.
Is there a
Is there
re-
smut in here or
residue
something?
of residue of wax stamp? Like it was folded like a letter.
It was not folded. No.
Alright.
It's a little crumpled. Maybe like it was pushed under a door.
Oh,
So that's
scrolls,
just conjecture.
Yeah. Scrolls. Okay. What is
No,
the act-
Sophia's like, wow, maybe it was pushed under a door.
Okay, real quick. What does the actual scroll look like? Is it just a rolled up piece of paper? Or is
Yeah,
this...
they're just rolled up
yeah.
pieces of paper.
Okay.
Old paper.
So what's
I just
down
wanna
that
make sure.
dry, dusty, not moist, and also dusty basement?
Oh, the puddle of water.
Why?
It's
No,
not. You drink it and you die.
So, what you find down here is like piles of banners,
Okay.
and some of them are in text you recognize. They say stuff like "Happy Birthday" or 30th annual like Crenshaw hoedown, shit like that. Like clearly like
guns.
oh yeah,
Glory.
Yeah.
Race reference
Yeah.
complete.
no, what was
Okay,
it?
yeah. So.
Gold Guts and Glory 70th annual Sheraton sponsored. Yeah. Okay. So.
Sponsored by Cedar Wine.
Sponsored by Cedar Wine. Big, yeah, essentially just old banners and such. But, there's a couple banners that are in that weird text. They are just, like, kind of pushed to the corner of the room. That's just kind of like, we don't look at these banners kind of vibe. There is a large painting that has been, like, leaned up against the wall, and is a painting of a horse that is rearing back and kicking its front legs into the air.
Is it made of skeleton? What does this horse look like?
Which is this horse, my dude?
What color is the
But,
horse?
gray.
Is it?
A mottled gray.
Oh, I love dappled horses.
They're nice. But, roll investigation.
Okay.
Both of you.
This is a pale
I have
horse.
a +5.
Yeah, and
to
this is
that, so
eyes
I'm good.
investigation. So,
Oh wait, it's an eyes investigation.
I mean, you're looking around.
That was not.
Nat 20.
That was not big.
Oh my god, dude!
Somebody.
This is
is
dark
like-
magic.
I
Making
don't
up
know.
for all the bad luck of your.
I
Burn it
don't
as a
know.
witch.
You're gonna use my dice to see if you can if the
No, I mean,
blessing
this
will
is,
pass.
no, we're
on.
just gonna.
No.
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 Stop trying to whore your dice off to other people.
Alright.
And to be honest, I like
Alright.
rolled a 9, and then on the advantage roll, I rolled a 20. So
Nice.
That is what we call rolling a natural 20 with advantage.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, so, y'all are looking around, and as you continue looking around, Helga, you, like, that seems to be about it for what's in this room.
Yeah, I got an average.
And, like, so as you're, like, looking around and, like, rooting through these piles, you hear a, hey! And then, like, click, and you turn around, and Norman's opened what appears to be another, like, door that you did not see.
Holy shit! What are you? Oh my god, this is amazing. It's a good thing I brought you along.
Said somebody about Norman for the first time ever.
I mean, the whole wondering why it wasn't moist in this definitely dusty basement, and then wondering why if it was dusty down here. I mean, like, sure, whatever, but good eyes.
Okay. Yeah, so
Thank you.
You head down the hallway?
Fucking
Well,
dies.
Yeah.
Okay, so it opened into, like, a pretty narrow tunnel that,
Okay.
Helga, you definitely have to, like, hunch to get into.
Mhm.
Norman, I don't know if you have to. But,
Yeah, Norman is 5'2".
yeah. But, so, you're making your way
Oh, you're
down.
exactly
There's a
what
small
should-
chamber at the end with a couple, like, piles of books.
You're
Okay.
6'2".
Exactly.
Some of them are in that.
5'2", 1 foot, so I'm sorry.
Some of them are in that same script. Like, whoop.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah.
We
Just, like, the titles, like, some of them have titles in that kind of same script, and, like, notes in it, but, like, it appears to be mostly in Alamesian.
Okay.
Okay, we should probably bring Jared down here, shouldn't we?
I'm reading
Wow,
scroll.
not me,
You're already more
not me,
scroll,
Yeah,
just
I'm-
Jared.
He has comprehend.
No, I'm
languages.
sorry. I'm reading scrolls. I'm reading 15 scrolls. I'm spending 15 minutes on this.
You can send us the scrolls later if you want to make.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you need to like write them or whatever, we can. I'll read them off later
Yeah.
Just
when we
post them
like
on
take
the
yeah
website.
when we take a break or something.
Now that I think
Um,
about it, I still have those 10 letters I got from Asterad's temple.
You stole them?
Yeah.
I mean, I still have like a ritual book
And
and, a
here's
ritual item
and
that I just
earlier
have.
you were like, what about this temple that's been gone for 3,000 years? Maybe I can't take a single knife.
Maybe
Looks
I
like
can't
all
take
our
some-
morals are falling apart.
Implying
Literally,
Jared
they are.
had those.
Nobody ever said that.
Yeah,
Well, you never had morals.
I have some morals, and they're okay morals.
Helga's thieving now.
I
Hypocrite.
kind of forgot those
I never
existed.
said I was against thieving.
Yeah,
only-
What,
only
disrespecting the dead?
it's like the same thing.
It's really not.
It's like the
No, it's not.
same.
No,
Would
it's
you
not.
take the axe from your grandfather's corpse?
He gave me the axe. it's passed down to each person in my family line.
Would you take the axe from your neighbor's grandfather's corpse?
No, because, well, maybe, I don't know.
So
What do I know that neighbor's grandfather? And was it in a dark, dusty tomb from 3,000 years ago?
yes,
No.
Well, then no, because, like, the fuck?
bro. But then again, this wasn't a dark, dusty tomb from 3,000 years ago that no one will ever use.
Exactly, that's why I took it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was perfectly justified in stealing that man's femur.
That was part of someone. A knife in somebody's body part. Two very
No, it's
different
cool. I
Maybe
didn't
Maybe
steal-
somebody's femur was a knife.
Many people
could be.
consider their weapon another part
Part
of
of
them.
them.
Yeah, but that and this are two very different things.
Sounds like someone
Oh,
trying
yes.
to
Sounds like
justify.
someone's trying to justify
Yeah.
their wrong morals.
My femur is an extension of my body. Yeah, it is. It is an extension of your body. Good job.
No, it's not
No,
an
it's
extension
not-
of your
yeah,
body.
it's
It
part
is
of
your
it.
body.
Yeah.
It's an extension of my leg.
No, it's part
It
of your leg.
is your leg.
Yeah.
If anything, everything else about your leg is an extension of your femur.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like we're just more going into what I'm saying.
Okay, probably, but the fact of the matter is it's fine, it's good, and I was perfectly justified in taking elf femur.
Elf femur.
So, is there anything else in besides those wild books? Is there anything else in this?
No.
No.
But there's enough books that you could carry them out with no problem.
Okay, yeah, I take those wild
Alright.
books. Books from underground. Cool.
Maybe we should take out those old posters in that language and give them to Jared to read. And
Yeah, we'll see what
Penelope to
happens.
translate.
We'll just bring him down.
Yeah. Darn, my telepathy can't reach them from here.
Yeah. So do you wanna like go up and get them? See what that word is on the front door?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Finally, the one useful spell I've ever used in my life. Comprehend languages.
So we head on over to these dangoids.
Yeah,
Be like,
Have they finished the
Hello.
translation?
I mean, it did take like 15 minutes to read all of these scrolls from
that was
like.
probably within 15
That was
minutes.
probably within 15 minutes.
It's taken a bit, but hold up.
Yeah, I think the time for us to walk to the town hall and then investigate the town hall and then walk back would be long enough for you guys to do that.
Yeah. If
We're having an intellectual discussion on the implications of the scroll.
real quick, this isn't about me. I found another scroll. This is about everyone. I know exactly how necessary this is. I know why you want me to do this. But the fact is that this needs to end. How are we supposed to go on like this? Do you really want to live like this forever? There has to be a better way. I know there has to be a better way. We can't keep fucking justifying this, because it's the most convenient option for us. I know you love me. You don't have to keep saying it, but that doesn't mean I have to agree with you, or that I have to forgive you. If you love me, then prove it. Help me. Unless you want to be the one who explains to Katie why she'll never see her best friend again.
I love your voice.
Thank you.